Hi everybody, Deann here with crafty1.blogspot.com, and I am going to start assembling my gingerbread house. It's a 3D gingerbread house from Gina'sDesigns.net. It is our November design team project. So I thought I would stick with a traditional house that looks like it's made out of gingerbread. So what I did, instead of papering mine, I kind of stained it. It's probably really hard to see, but it looks like real gingerbread. You know, sometimes it bakes and the edges are a little darker. You probably can't see that very well. Let me see. If I turn it this way, maybe that would help. Nope, not really. Sorry, guys. But it really does. It looks like, it shows it better down this way. It looks like gingerbread. So what I do, I take the distressed ink in the antique linen, and I'm just going to do a little bit here. I rub it, and that's it. You do that. See how it's got the greeny look to it? And then I take my other distress ink I use is brushed corduroy. And I just take my little pouncer and I go along the edges just to darken it up. You don't have to do this part. So just do that. And then I hit it with my heat gun to kind of set it a little bit. And then I take a good paintbrush and satin stain varnish. You can use high gloss if you want. And you brush it on. And when you brush it on, it changes the color to look more like a darker, see the difference, how it's darker than this. And it's even darker than the one that I already rubbed the stuff on, the ink on with. But you can see it makes a huge difference. I've also tried using this stuff is really cool, triple thick. It's made by Americana. I've only used it on small items like the little gingerbread men because it's really thick, so I was afraid to try it on my house. This one spreads much easier, but you can use any kind of varnish you like. So that's how I got the color. And the next thing I'm going to do is assemble it. I am building mine so that it can lay flat when I store it because I have a small house and I really am running out of room. So I'm running out of room. So I'm assembling mine so that it can be taken apart. But laid flat is what I should say. So what you're going to do, I use the craft paper. I only have 2 packs of this left. I don't know what to do after it's gone. It's really good paper. So if anybody knows of any really good heavy cardstock like this, it's craft colored, please let me know. Because I'm going to cry when it's gone. So I take the paper and I measure. I literally just set it up against the peak to the bottom, make a tick mark with my pen and cut it. And then I cut it into 1-inch strips. And I score it at 1/2 inch. Take my bone folder, give it a good fold. And then I add a piece of 1/4 inch score tape. You can use red line tape, you can use Scott's Quick Dry adhesive, you can use whatever you want. I don't know if I would use my ATG for this unless you really want to take it apart. But this is really good. And this is just going to be my hinges. I'm going to lay it out flat. Since this is, normally I would put a gap in between when I'm building stuff, but since this is going on the inside, I'm going to butt them right up to each other. Just like this. You can see that. And I'm going to put, oh, I forgot to trim my, I saw this tip by Kathy Werda. She, you really should do this before you take the tape off. You cut your corners, because she tapers all her corners, and it gives you a nice point at the end here. And it's a good way to line up your piece of paper to where it needs to be. Like the point would go where the line ends. So you can see it's like right there. And it helps you line it up. And then press it down. Press it this way. I flip it over. And do it this way. And there is the beginning of our house. There's a little bit of a gap here. Well, it's not a gap, but it's like, even putting them right up against each other, I still have a little bit showing. That's why I use the craft cardstock. So it's not as noticeable. Like if you were papering this, you could totally hide all of it. So I will be putting something there. Probably take some of the varnish and just rub it down so it'll blend in a little better. And we're going to do this to the other side. I've already got the strips cut. Remember, they're 1 inch wide. The length of the house, whatever the length is, and then take the things off again. Taper your corners. Put score tape on the other side, or whatever tape you're using, or glue. Butt up the edges, nice and straight. Oops. And then line up give it a good press. Flip it back. And now we have the house somewhat assembled. I have one more side to do. And I chose the back to be, this is the back. Actually, you know what? I want to cut this off before I do this because I'm going to do something different to my house. So I'm just going to snip that off. I think it'll be easier to do before I attach it. What I'm doing craft abuse here. So I'm just cutting that piece out. So it'll be one solid room or window. And then I'm going to attach this the same way. The 1 inch strip, 1/2 inch score line. This time I'm going to trim the corners before I take the sticky tape off. The points. And just to attach this same way. Sorry, it's kind of long. It's really, I have white paper that's moving underneath of it too because my coffee table was, the color was really blending in too much. So, oops. Normally I would be holding this up in front of my face. But I don't want to stick my face in front of the camera. Put it this way too. And here's your house, the body of it. And you see I still have one corner to go. And what I'm going to do with that, I did the same strip, trim the corners. Oops, wrong way again. Just taper the corners. And this time I have put score tape only on one side. The other side I'm going to be adding Velcro. And then it'll be Velcro added to this end of the house. So that way I can just Velcro it apart and fold it flat for storage. But I don't have the Velcro, so on the next video hopefully I'll have it. So for now I'm just going to do half. Just going to line up the edge here. And that's all I can do to this right now. But it'll be ready to go and I can just Velcro right like that. And that'll give us a very nice sized gingerbread house. Now for the roof, if you get the two pieces, and I'm going to do the same thing. Just get this out of the way. And I did the same technique on it. I'm going to have lattice on it, so very pretty lattice. If you watched the video a few videos back, if you go on my blog, it's on there too. I'm looking for my pen. Sorry, guys. Sorry. You can see everything that comes in the kit. It's a really awesome kit. It has everything you need. All you do is add your own paper and your imagination. The Gina's Design team, we all have the same kit, and none of them have been the same. It's really cool to watch. So you can see I'm just lining up here, making a tick mark with my pen. So I know to cut. So I'm going to cut my paper there. Cut it straight. Oops. And then I'm going to make this, I'll do 2-inch on this one because it's going to get removed. So I would cut it 2 inches. Out of the way. And then I'm going to score at 1 inch. Up. I'm going to score in between at 1 inch. That. And I'm going to fold it in half. My bone folder and give it a really good crease. So nice and crisp. And now I'm going to, if you have 1/2 inch square tape, I would use the 1/2 inch, but mine is upstairs, so I'm going to use the 1/4 inch. And I'm going to put a couple pieces on here. Actually, 3 on each side. So I really want it to hold together. Now this you don't have to worry about Velcroing because it's just going to sit on top. So you can literally just take it off and fold it flat. I'm thinking about adding a chimney one too, so I'll have to work on that for another video. Probably don't need quite as much tape. So, give it a good press. Take all these off. Let's put together pieces. Put them right up to each other. I guess I should have, probably wouldn't have hurt to taper it a little bit. It's very sticky. points so they help me line up. This one I'm going to pull a little more towards me so I can see what I'm doing. Put you better right up to each other again. Should lined up, nice and tight. Oh, flakes went off. Darn. Alright, it's okay. It'll still work. Just readjust it a little. Oh, okay. There we go. Yes, when you use square tape, it's pretty impossible to get it off, so I'm just giving it a good fold and flattening, and there we go. So that will sit on our gingerbread house. You can do it without it attached all the way. And it's just going to sit on here. It really will once it's together. So, like this. So that way, when you're done, you just fold it up. You unvelcro, give it a fold. I don't know if I'd go that far, but maybe that far. And then you can just pack it away. Now, on the next video, I'll show you what it looks like when I've attached the lattice. You know what? Let me grab the lattice and I'll show you real quick what I'm talking about. So it comes with lattice and snowflakes. Icicles. So just run like that. I painted mine white, and I'm going to, I have glitter snow, I might add to it as well, but it comes brown, and it will fit perfectly onto the roof. So it looks like when you take your frosting across the gingerbread houses. How cool is that? It's already done for you. So you just add the pieces and glue them down, and you already have your frosted roof line. So I'll be adding that, and then on the house itself, she also sends icicles. So I painted mine white, and they will attach to the top to the bottom here. Sorry, guys. And then there's the side pieces as well that will go on. Oops, sorry. So that will have that look. And for mine, I decided it comes with a door and a frame. Let me grab that together. It comes with a door and a frame. It actually comes with 2 doors and 2 frames. I decided not to use my door. Here's the doors and the frames. I took one of the frames and I painted it a shiny gold. And then it also comes with 2 door lattices for the door. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my lattice in the opening. Like that. It fits in there perfect. It really does. And then I'm going to attach this framing around it. And then I'm putting vellum behind it. Instead of having a solid door, because I'm going to have vellum in all the windows and in the light, little tea light, well, battery operated tea light inside of it, so it'll all shine really pretty. So I decided to do this to the door. And the reason I cut off the back window, like I said, it comes with 2 pieces of lattice for your doors. I'm just going to stick it behind and put the lattice on the back of the, well, I'll line it up neater, but I'll have that in there, and then the vellum behind it, and And then I have all the other stuff to decorate it with. It comes with candy and shutters, candy canes. There's fences. So I'll be adding all that next. And I think that's all for now. I hope this made sense. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.